Hi, this is B from Sorcery Soap. If you're new to the channel, this channel is not just about making cold processed soap, but about making soap dough. And soap dough is cold processed soap that's kept from curing and remains pliable once you break that structure up. And then once you make it into an embellishment left to cure, it'll become hard. And it'll wash. This will wash just like if I took it into the water right now, it'll wash. But you want to be able to put flowers or stars or, I don't know, I put sea turtles and weird stuff on my soaps. But I wanted to explain what cold processed soap was and give you an overview, a quick overview. I'll try not to be redundant and waste a lot of words or waste your time. So, for those people, I'm going to speak to the people that already know how cold processed soap is made, so I'm not repeating a lot of things, because there's a lot of channels that will tell you how cold processed soap is made. But soap dough is, you can make, first of all, you can make soap dough out of any cold processed recipe, processed soap recipe. That's not the issue. The issue is getting a really smooth consistency of soap dough so that your embellishments look amazing. That's the whole goal. So, I don't know if you can see this. It's really smooth. That's the goal right there. So that really takes a great recipe and a perfect measurement and right temperatures and all those things. And I've written 3 books about making soap dough and the process of. I also have over 300 blog posts on my website, and there's a search option at the top. So if you're, you have a topic that you want to look up, you can just put it in the search option and find probably an answer. And of course, hundreds of videos here. But so cold processed soap dough is kept from curing. So let that sink in for a second. And the saponification process, the harshest part of it takes the first 48 hours after you make your cold processed soap. And then I suggest waiting another 3 days before you cut and unmold your soap dough. So now you've got anywhere from 3 to 5 days in the mold. And when you unmold it, because you want it a little bit firm, it has to evaporate a little bit, but you also want it to get over the harshest part of the saponification process and do all it's going to do. So if you unmold it too soon, I've seen soap dough, if you've unmolded it too soon, that is really sticky or grainy, or there's something looks sideways, and then I wrap it up and leave it for another few days, and then it's perfect. And so that's the sort of magical part that happens. And I say magical because it is interesting that saponification can alter soap so much in the first 48 hours. So I'm doing my best not to edit and correct myself as I go along, because as you know, being online, you can't help but read the negative comments, and that gets in your head like a mind worm. And I'm trying to sort of navigate that terrain instead of speaking freely, because that's painful and you don't want to have that pain come back at you again, and I don't think that I'm going to be successful. So I'm just going to tell you, I'll just tell you what I think and you can figure it out. Anyway, so this is soap dough, and lots of people use the term soap dough or soap play-doh or soap clay or things like that. I don't know what anybody else is doing. I just know that I called it soap dough when I first started a bunch of years ago, and I haven't found a better term for it because it's not quite clay. Clay needs to be baked. And the dough that I remember as a kid, made with salt and water and flour, you could mix it up and play with it and make some things, make your shapes and designs, and leave it, and it'll cure hard. The water will evaporate and it'll turn hard. It's not very pretty, but that's the way it worked. And so maybe that's what prompted me to think of this as soap dough. Anyway, so I hope that helps. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Just leave them in the comments below. And know that if you're going to leave a nasty comment, I'm going to delete it. that is my prerogative. But you don't have to just leave positive comments. Any questions, I'm happy to answer your questions. I'm happy to investigate a thought process that I haven't considered before. And I'm a reasonable human being. And because I'm reasonable, I want to share as much information as I can with you and be as logical and rational as possible so that you can be successful in doing what you're doing too, because I happen to be a little bit more interested in soap dough than a lot of people. Good, bad, or ugly, that's just the way it is. But thank you for watching. I hope I didn't waste a very 1 second of your time. And like and subscribe if you want. You know what to do. You're an adult. And if you knock the bell, then you'll know the minute I upload a video. That is if you're curious about all this stuff. Okay, thanks. Have a great day. Bye.